Hello guys, it's been 2 months. Yeah, my bad. Loki got demotivated. It's Loki my fault for making y'all wait this long, but he's finally here. So, yeah. First fight, Hypershock versus Rotator. Rotator spins up, Hypershock spins up. Nice shot right there from Hypershock. Hypershock goes head on when the panels of Rotator goes flying. There we go. Both mods struggling to move, I guess. Makes sense for Hypershock though. The weapon does seem a little wonky though. That back blade on Rotator there. Oh, there it is, really wobbly now. There goes that back panel. Now it's actually really wobbly, and there it goes flying off. Yep, who would have guessed that? Rotator gets to the side of Hypershock. Goes to the middle of the arena instead of attacking the back of Hypershock for some reason. And gets trying to spin up. But Rotator's gonna have a hard time trying to hit anything here, since the weapon sucks. As nothing's happening on these collisions here, but Rotator. Hypershock misses the charge. Now puts that panel almost off of Rotator. If Hypershock can get that panel off, it would be an automatic win for them. But oh, now Rotator on Hypershock. Now they're off. I guess Rotator trying to move it back. Clips on the wheels, but doesn't do anything to the wheel though. Hypershock charging in. Getting a pin. Who would have guessed Hypershock getting a pin? And almost flipping over Rotator, but can't get it. Rushing into Rotator though. Trying to speed blitz him. Well, yeah. As for some reason Rotator goes in that corner, letting Hypershock pin them. Hypershock lining up a shot. Both bots actually. Hypershock misses, but Rotator hits that wedge. Now it's a glance off of Rotator. We can't see what's happening in that corner, but it looks like Rotator's getting pinned up. Hypershock really showing dominance here so far. As Rotator almost gets flipped over again. The Rotator really needs to be careful, because they can't drive upside down well because of like the receiver issues. But Rotator getting pretty close to those large screws right there, which are more powerful than the other Arena Max ones. My bad. And all is gonna go to a judge's decision. Who would have guessed? It's a unanimous judge's decision to the winner. Come on, do it. Hypershock. Who would have guessed? But now it's Candy versus Boat. Or Boaty. Boat or Benchy. I don't care. You can call him either one. I don't care. I like to call him Boat. But it looks like the weapon of Candy just not doing too much so far. Maybe they are. Maybe they're getting to that back out there. And all that. Ooh, that doesn't look good. The little side on it right there just getting peeled off by Candy. Candy does have one of the hardest hitting weapons. And guess what Bodhi's made out of? yeah, it's made out of paper. And also, by the way, Bodhi was based off of Albino Door. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah. And that's why I got the idea from them. Nothing's really happening so far, just colliding with the weapon of Candy. But Candy's, I think one side of Driveway Candy's down, which wouldn't be abnormal. Because, yeah, I think it's down. But Bodhi taking more damage, and there goes a piece of the paper. Bodhi's gonna have to do a whole bunch of cleaning up after this one, I think. As Bodhi just... I guess just like starts doing something, I guess. Just starts spinning. And there goes the weapon of Candy. Oh, that's not gonna be good. The best thing about Candy is now gone. And I'm pretty sure one that slipped off because the hot glue got too hot and like freaking slipped off the motor. Hey, done here, yeah. By the way, on Ice Wave, the second I get a Bifo chassis, I'm gonna make them. So yeah. As Candy's getting rammed into the screws right there. And Bodhi just... If they could get Candy's wheels hung up on the big screws out there, they could have flipped them over and that would be it. Which wouldn't be very good for them. But whatever's going on now isn't looking too good for Candy. As they're trying to pin Bodhi in the corner, but for some reason they're just doing that. As Bodhi just... I was getting a judge's decision. Who would have guessed? Again. No, this is a split judge's decision in the favor of Bodhi. Good for them. But that's Tenacious T versus Bucket Boy. Tenacious T spins up, tries to charge him, but misses as Bodhi puts him in that corner right there. Okay. Bodhi shot, not Bodhi. Bucket Boy tries getting Tenacious T loose. But nothing's really happening. Well, the countdown should have started on Tenacious T. And, oh, they're getting out of the corner. And they're moving, so I think the countdown stops. And the first thing Tenacious T does is hit, and I mean whack, the side of Bucket Boy. As Tenacious T, I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, they do that, but Bucket Boy starts pushing back on Tenacious T. Bucket Boy misses of lift attempt. So now they go to the screws. As Tenacious T spins around. Now hops up onto Bucket Boy. Yeah. So so I'm planning on redesigning the front part of Tenacious T to keep like the original design Tenacious T intact. Cause like that one doesn't it can't get very much reach. It has like a long front. You can still hit stuff, but just not as good as the old version. Like the Hexbug one anyway. As you're gonna get unstick here. And yep, they get unstuck. Well, they gonna do something? And they do. I don't know what's happening here, but something is. Tenacious D now pins up Bucket Boy. Bucket Boy tries to flip over Tenacious D, but nothing happens. And I can't see what Bucket Boy is. Well, yeah, no, I can. But I think this is gonna go to the judges. The monitor, I think it is gonna go to the judges. And it's both spots span. This was a really tough decision to make, but the winner is Tenacious D. Well done to them. Now we have the two bots who probably was the most disappointing. The first part, and there goes their flicker. Well, yeah, who would have guessed that? And this main character is just attacking Green Death. I think that's his name. I kind of forgot. I think his name is Green Death. But Green Death's just sitting in the corner out there not doing anything. I also plan on redesigning. I plan on redesigning Green Death. But it looks like one side of the drive is down. And nothing's really happening. As both bosses try to collide with each other. I mean, this one is really a snoozer. I don't really care if you skip through this one. I wouldn't blame you. Yeah, so, nothing's really happening. Who would have guessed? Someone probably did. But, oh, that's a nice shot right there from Matt Catter. Matt Catter does have a little kick to the weapon. Of course, not as hard as Hyper Shocks, but they still have a decently powerful weapon. I mean, for regular weapon for a Hex Bug. And I plan on giving make it a bigger weapon motor in the future. I might even do that today, which I do have a N20 motor without the gearbox. It's pretty darn fast and probably would hit it very hard, laying around. So yeah, I'll probably add that to them. My bad. But I was gonna go. Who would have guessed it would have gone to a judge's decision? Certainly not everyone, but man, this fight was so boring, it made me sick. Anyway, the winner is Matt Catter. Who would have guessed? But now it's pointing at the lucky boy, which is Duck. I guess Duck is pretty good, but Hornet is just like luck. As Duck immediately tries to flip over Hornet, but completely misses as Hornet runs over them. But Hornet pinning Duck. Whoa. And now Duck goes flipping around. Now Hornet's sticking them in the corner right there with another pin. Duck now trying to get out. Will Hornet move? And yeah, they do. Duck now starts moving again. And completely misses Hornet. Now Hornet's pinned Duck again. And now the weapon on, they're trying to get Duck. Trying to get out. But now Duck could also get out of the arena as they could pull their beta here and lose it. But Duck is trying their best to actually seem effective against this large bot. So I think they lift himself up there for a second. But Duck getting controlled around by Hornet again. Hornet has two big wheels which kind of act like hugging mechanisms. But now, whatever's happening is happening, I guess. Okay, they're back, I think. And Duck has now Duck, hello, you there? I think Duck is down for the count. Yeah, I think they're down for the count. Welp, I guess Hornet gets lucky again. But Hornet actually did have a good strategy there, just pinning Duck most of this fight. So if it went to a judge's decision, they would still win. But would it? Would it go to a judge's decision? No. Duck got counted out. Got flipped over and couldn't receive, I guess. And now it's Hypershock versus Boaty. Ready, sit, go. Maybe, maybe not. And Boaty's flipped over. Yep. Just like that Hypershock testing video, they flip over Boaty like they did old Witch Doctor. I think that old Witch Doctor one guy did a backflip and still landed on their back. But now Hypershock trying to flip over Boaty, wanted to keep this fight going. But even if this fight kept going, they wouldn't have done much, I think. Well, Hypershock celebrates and takes their KO. 2 KOs back to back. I've never seen that coming. And then now it's a 3-way rumble to see who goes to fight Hypershock for the finals. And it's Hornet, Mad Cather, and Tenacious T all in the arena. 2 big bots versus 1 very underwhelming bot. As Justified flips Hornet on the side where I don't think they can tell fight, and there goes Hornet's little screw right there. And I don't know what's happening here, but Hornet just still flailing around, trying to get out. And there goes that side piece, that side armor of Mad Cather. Mad Cather now getting brutalized out there. As they try to attack the sides of Tenacious T. And Tenacious T hits the wheel of... And oh, look at that. Mad Cather was in the screws for a second. This is just pure chaos. I can't even dude. Can't even commentate this. This fight is so crazy. But another good shot from Tenacious T right there. Tenacious T just still proving that they have that power in them. But nothing's happening. Well, not nothing happening, but Tenacious T lands another shot on Hornet. And again, popping both of them up this time. It's now Mad Catter backs up into Tenacious T. Tenacious T versus Mad Catter, I think, is a rematch from like a testing fight. But yeah, Tenacious T might actually get their old weapon back too for some fights, because that old weapon was powerful. But Tenacious T landing a master shot on Mad Catter, and the wedge is almost gone on Mad Catter. Mad Catter's just getting pummeled this fight. Tenacious T really proving that they are the GOAT. It's another massive shot. Space Mad Catter hasn't been completed Victor Shreds yet. I think the Wheel of Hornet has been hit. And Hornet's just spinning around. There's another shot from Tenacious T. But I don't know if Hornet can move. I think the tail got stuck under the screws. As Mad Catter backs right up into Tenacious T's weapon, and this is gonna go to a decision. One of the better fights this episode. As now we enter the judge's decision, as it's a unanimous judge's decision for Tenacious T. It's now the finale begins. Hypershock versus Tenacious T. Yeah. Who would have expected these two powerhouses to be last one standing? But the wedge gets ripped off of Hypershock first thing. And Tenacious T almost gets flipped over by Hypershock. Hypershock now gets hit really hard, and that side and that top element just almost off now. As the Hypershock misses a dash, and now they get hit from the side. I don't think. Yeah, I guess. Oh, the nasty pop out there ripping off the side armor. I think they didn't even directly hit the side armor, but still popped them up and ripped off the side armor too. So you can see gets flipped over, but they're right by those screws, so they self right. And Tenacious T spins right back up. Another massive shot. Hypershock gotta start actually dashing into Tenacious T to flip them over again. If they really want this win. I know both of them do. As I don't know what's going on there. I guess trying to line over and another massive shot, spinning Hypershock around. Hypershock is very sleek though, and Tenacious T can't get a lot of purchases off of them. Like that, claws. Didn't claws get flipped over? I don't know. It's been a little bit, but Tenacious T still trying. They're trying so hard, and both ones actually really want this win. They really want their first ever tournament to end with the medal, but Tenacious T has their street weapon has stopped again. I bet if they went with the older weapon, it would probably kill Hypershock. And I think Maybe that's the decision. Maybe, maybe not. I don't think so. Massive shot right there, though. As Tennessee gets flipped over and they're trying to self-right. As they're just turning around. Still trying to self-right, but... And I think this is going to go to the judges. Yeah, it does. Well, only one bot can stand atop, and it's Tennessee. Bye now.